I walked through Central Park this evening, and this afternoon actually, and I've put together a few clips that I recorded. I started there, I was actually just walking by and I saw an ambulance, and I guess a cyclist had fallen over. And then I turned off into this walkway. I've never been down this walkway before, and I was just going to see where it took me, basically. And this is one of the beauties of Central Park, is that you never know where you're really going. There's so many different pathways. There's always something new to see. Uh, there was a little bird here that I quite liked. That's cute. So yeah, basically I just followed this path. I wasn't really sure where I was going. Actually, this ended up leading to a dead end. So I turned back and I went down. So this part was actually very steep. It doesn't look like it, but it was. The reason I went down there was because I could hear some water, so I gathered there was some type of waterfall up ahead, and that is what you're going to see very shortly. Could certainly hear the sounds of people and water, so I knew there was a waterfall coming up. And there it is. It's rather pretty. It's small, but it's nice to see this type of thing in the middle of a big city. There's a number of different water areas in Central Park. This one is not very well travelled, or there's not a lot of traffic that come to this particular area. I think I've seen it before, but maybe it was in winter when it wasn't really flowing like this, so it was definitely nice to see. So then I just walked off, went down another pathway, and as you can see, this one looks different. All the paths and routes in the park are very different. There's different geography all over the park, and different types of pathways, rocks, paved, natural dirt, whatever. So this pathway is actually kind of more developed. Again, didn't really know where I was going, was just walking, and that's what I like to do in Central Park. I just kind of drift. And strangely, once you kind of get into the middle, you don't really see a lot of people when you move off the main tracks. And that is something I really like. I like this bridge. Not sure if I've seen it before, but I think it was really nice. So again, just wondering, there's actually like a little creek or a waterway that leads down to the waterfall that you saw earlier. And certainly, once you're in the park, you can hear the bird sounds and stuff like that. It's quite nice. Reminds you about nature, which sometimes you can forget about when you live in a really big city that's filled with, sirens and people and cars and all of that. So again, here I'm just wandering down another pathway. Not really sure where it's leading to. And then it led to this. There's a number of these type of archways in the park. I'm not sure what the history is behind them, but they're nice, pretty. You wouldn't want to walk down here at night time. It might be a little bit scary, but during the day it provides for some relaxing times and nice imagery. You can hear the water there. Again, just walking, lots of people out and about. Then I emerged from all of that pathway and out into the main area. Lots of people on bikes, walking. You can see leaves are starting to fall, so I'm guessing, well, it certainly feels like summer is drawing to an end and fall is starting to set in. New York City is certainly a city for dogs, and there's a lot of dogs around, and you'll often see people with multiple dogs, so I guess they're like dog walkers. Lots of families with, small children out and about, people running, joggers. Central Park is a haven for runners, understandably, because there's so many different options for where you can run. More cyclists. These ones are not riding very fast, which is good because some of the cyclists ride very fast, so you have to be pretty careful and mindful of where you're walking in the park. You don't want to be in the line of fire. Good to see some of those people had helmets. There was a skateboarder, if you saw him. More people just out and about riding their bikes. It was very nice. The temperature was very nice. It wasn't very hot. Then I moved on to this part, which is like the biggest water area in Central Park, the Jackie Onassis Reservoir. It's really beautiful. It's definitely my favorite section of the park, and I've taken hundreds of photos of at all different angles. And I often go there. These guys were obviously had a great spot in their hammocks overlooking the pond. Certainly a very relaxing thing to do. I liked those two ducks. Lots of ducks in the pond, they're always together, but sometimes a couple will go off and do their own thing, which is cute. I like the reflections of the buildings on the water. I really like the type of imagery. I liked how that bird flew across the water. It was really spectacular. The sun was going down. It was very nice. And the last few seconds of this recording are basically just capturing the sky as it changed colors. Never the same. It's always different depending on the clouds and the sunlight and all of that. And there's a plane. Lots of planes.